like, and subscribe. This will be a short video because the truth is so obvious. Black men were created for black women. Black women were created for black men. Now, this whole divestor scenario doesn't make any sense. First of all, divestor is not a word. Divestor is not a word. And you will not hear any other group of women using the word divestor against the men God gave them other than black women. Now understand this. The men that are guilty of the deletion of black women, not only black women, but the black race, are Caucasians who are guilty of colonization and enslavement of black people. So why would older black women send young black women to date these men as if reparations have been paid and all is forgiven? Unfortunately, systemic racism still exists, and white men are talking about going to Africa and recolonizing Africa. Do you know what recolonization is? And if these American men are talking about recolonization of Africa, do you think they care about black women in America? The question is rhetorical because the answer is obvious for anyone who thinks intellectually and not emotionally. Understand this. In the 1920s, black banks, black Wall Street, black cities, black towns were destroyed by white men. There is movies about it, Rosewood. But that did not stop our progress because we are a hard people to destroy. And in the 50s and 60s, we rose up again and we fought for civil rights and for voting rights, and none of these things were given to us. We had to fight for these things. Now, we have another battle going on where systemic racism, white supremacists, are trying to break up the black family, and they are using black women. Yes, black women who talk this divestor stuff is setting up young black women who are ignorant of history to trust white men. And they are being deleted, and it is not being reported on the news because white men control the narrative. Do you understand this? Do you disagree with this? Leave a comment and I will help you to understand this. Understand how the system works. Online dating with black women talking this divestor narrative is sending young black women trusting white men. The people who have created racism these older black women talking this divestor narrative nonsense are sending young black women into the arms of white men. Now, when a white woman is attracted to a black man, it is demonized by this white supremacist culture we live in. But when it is vice versa, it is celebrated by the people who create this false narrative, this illusion that black women will be safe in the arms of white men. Nonsense. I am not saying that all white men are racist, but I will tell you this. 80% of them are not interested in marrying a black woman. It goes against their family. And when white women date black men, they know that they are going to be ostracized from their family, and they are willing to give this up. But I don't want to get I don't want to get too far from the subject. So just let me say this. White men created white supremacy. They have deleted more black people than any other group. And when I say white men, I'm talking about those who are guilty of colonization and slavery. This would exclude Russians, because Russians have always fought to destroy slavery. And now that they have the military potential to do this, they are doing this in Africa. However, we in America, black Americans, we are on our own. We are on our own. We are in the eye of the devil. And we must use all the spiritual intelligence that we have and understand white men have given us nothing. We fought for civil rights. We fought for voting rights. We fought to defeat Jim Crow law, and we fought to end slavery. And who did we have to fight? We had to fight white men who are guilty of enslaving and colonizing black, or you can say melanated people. Think with your mind, not with your emotion. Understand how feminism has destroyed the black family. Understand that when there was welfare, a woman could have as many children, a black woman could have as many children as she wanted, as long as there was not a white male in the house. Study the history of our people and understand racism before you start calling yourself divestors and sending young black women into the arms of the people who created white supremacy. And white supremacy does not mean black people. And even if a man and even when during slavery times, when white men were fathering black children, they were selling them into slavery. The same system that created slavery exists here today. Like and subscribe, and I'll talk to you later.